topic number 7, coming from Variety. Box office, Shazam Fear of the Gods stumbles with $30 million opening weekend. God, that's awful trash. Y'all, if you're watching this via live or the replay, there's a link down to this in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. Shazam, the magic word at the box office. Well, Shazam wasn't the magic word at the box office this weekend. Shazam Fear of the Gods opened #1 in North America, not saying much, but the Warner Brothers DC sequel fell short of expectations with a disappointing $30.5 million from 4,000 locations. Heading into the weekend, the film was expected to collect 35 to 40 million, which is not good, which already wasn't all that spectacular, which I just said, since it cost north of 110 million to make and another 100 million to market. Whoa, we got the marketing budget, Elliot. We normally don't get that. It's a substantial drop from the 2019's films that opened to 53.5 million and ended with a box office run of 140 domestically and 366 million worldwide. So yeah, man, that's no bueno right there. I posted my review for the film. Elliot did too. At the international box office, Shazam added 35 million from 77 markets. Global start at 65 million. It's sort of a start. There's no other way to put it, says Sean Robbins, chief analyst at Box Office Pro. Comic book films are steadily showing that without an event level hook, it's difficult to live up to its predecessors' performances. I don't know how I feel about that. Reviews and word of mouth will not help. They got a B+ cinema score. Yeah, that's right there. Shazam Fear of the Gods B+. Also, let me get rid of that. Let's see here. It holds a 53% on Rotten Tomatoes and a dramatic decline from the original's 90s average. So I had that as well. If we look at the first Shazam, 90% from the critics, 82 from the audience, and this one right here, 53 from the critics, 87 from the audience. So it both went down. Also, this first film, $100 million budget, and the rule of three times, but it's doing doo-doo. And also, y'all, look at this. The first film, the budget was 100 million. So if the budget was 100 million, which is, it says right here 3 times, but for the sequel on 125, it needs to make 375 minimum worldwide, Elliot. And I don't think that's gonna do that, man.
Yeah.
So Elliot, man,
man.
How you feeling about this, bro? Is this the end of Zachary Levi as Shazam, or you think they're gonna bring him back, or what do you make about all these box office numbers?
Well, I'll tackle the first question. Zachary Levi coming back to reprise his role in the new DCU. I think it's dead on arrival. I don't think he's coming back, unfortunately, or fortunately for some. I just think it's a time. I think Shazam has proven for the first one and definitely the second one, some characters like a Shazam, you might do one film, but I don't know if you necessarily need sequels to continue their stories. And especially the way, the whole Black Adam of it all, that we wouldn't able to see those two characters. Like, that's just so weird to not see Black Adam and Shazam cross paths. And a lot can be said about the Rock of it all and just terrible handling of it all. But yeah, I don't think we will see Zachary Levi back in the role. And number one, I think for a couple different reasons, but in particularly in this most recent film, not to get too deep into like reviewing Shazam, but I just think Zachary Levi, fun, energetic, a lot of charisma. Seems like a good guy. I don't think he is the right fit for the version of Shazam they were trying to tell, because I still, after 2 films, can understand why Zachary Levi and Astra Angel weren't in the same room to have chemistry, because I have no idea why Shazam is so opposite from Billy Batson. Like, I don't understand why the kid is more of an adult than the adult version of himself. It's baffling to me, and I think there's a huge disconnect from those 2 actors. Not necessarily, saying that they're bad acting, because I think Shazam is a cool character, and Zachary Levi plays up to the kid of it all, but it doesn't match the kid that he's portraying, which is just so weird. And also it goes to the Ari Aster, or not Ari Aster, but Astra Angel. I think that they casted him too old. He has that Stranger Things issue where he's growing up way too quick. Like, my man's 18, looking 25 in the most recent film. So And just to sum it up, man, I think that they need to reboot the character. And number one, cast a new Shazam, but also probably cast a younger version of Billy Batson so he can grow into the role and play to the younger versions of what they were trying to do with Shazam. So, yeah, man, it's not looking good. I know my man, Big Dog, he's going to have a lot to say about it. I know Shazam favorite, so I'm very excited to see what he has to say about this. Numbers and what to do with this character, man.
Yeah, you made a good point about that. Because I have to be honest, when I first saw the first Shazam, I liked it a lot. I own it on Blu-ray 4K.
Yeah, man.
And it was great. It was dark too. I didn't like the sequel as much, but it wasn't trash. I think I gave it a 6.5 out of 10, which is still passing. But I never thought about that their characters are so different, but they're so true. And so that's weird. And I do wish that Billy Batson was younger. I saw your live you did earlier today, of course. I think you brought up that this was kind of your introduction to the Shazam character, because it was for me the Superman Shazam versus the Return of Black Adam, that short animated film.
Yeah.
I wish Billy Batson was that age that he was in this, you know, maybe 13 years old or something like that. And so I didn't hate. I really liked the first Shazam. Made money. This sequel is not, unfortunately. We'll see what the drop is next week, but those cinema score and
John Wick is coming out.
it's gonna tank big time, and that's a good movie, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm not mad at them if they reboot, but this sucks. OneTakeBigDog, how you feeling about all this, man? And I don't even know how you feel about the movie too, so yeah, give us a little short review if you don't mind as well.
I don't know what my audio like. I think it's bad. I'm good.
It's better than what it was.
Okay. I didn't know I was gonna get to talk. I thought I was just gonna be down here doing thumbs up and thumbs down the whole time. I enjoyed the film though. I really did. Now I'm right there with Elliot though. There is a disconnect between Billy Batson and Shazam, and you see that like throughout both films. And I don't quite understand why, because Billy he's a chiseled kid, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like Zachary Levi should have played more to that. And like, even though I do like Shazam, it does feel more gleeful than how Billy acts at times, and more childlike. And the first one I gave it a pass. I'm like, maybe he feels more at freedom when he turns into an adult, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But during the second film, I'm just like, okay, no, that there's I felt it more in the second one, you know what I'm saying? But overall I still like it because I think I enjoyed the characters more than anything. I do feel like we should have had more of the children in the forefront rather than the adults. I don't know why they went that route. I was afraid of that when I first saw it to begin with, because I was just like, why is all the promotional material with the adults instead of the children? But I guess maybe they wanted to set it off those actors. And then the villains were basic, but I still thought they were pretty like badass and whatnot. So yeah, overall, I still really enjoyed the film. I had a fun time with it. I think Chad Dillon Grazer is like the heart of that film and like really holds things together. And I really love Rachel Zegler as well. But like, yeah, my biggest thing, this isn't surprising to me. I've talked about this multiple times, how I really want this film to succeed. The biggest thing though is that you have this property and where a kid turns into an adult, and I kind of feel like your marketing material is just like every other marketing material for every other movie. You just put out trailers and you did nothing creative at all. I damn near wish they would have called me. I was like, I can give you a million ideas on how to get this trending virally and how to get word of mouth out about this. Your first job you did well. You made a good film. I thought more people was gonna discover the first film and be excited for the second one. But if you have the second one come out and your promotional material is ass, you're not gonna get anything done. And I kind of feel like the marketing material didn't kick up to the very last month, and the only thing they did was put out more trailers and more clips from the film. That is what a studio does. Yes, that's what a studio does when they have no idea what to do with a film. Yep. So it's disappointing, but it's also expected. Once again, sorry about that audio, y'all.
Are you good? You good, man? You're good, man. But check that private chat out. The thing I sent in the private chat.
Okay.
Message I sent. But yeah, man. This is not looking good for Shazam: Fury of the Gods. I'm assuming that it's probably gonna be at the very least like a 70% drop next week.
Yeah,
you know, and that's
not more.
this movie may not make
Ant-Man numbers again.
Yeah, it may not even make 100 million globally. You know, that's it's at 65 now globally.
Yeah.
So this is it's not looking good. It's just that
and
sucks.
listen, not to play devil's advocate or make excuses, but I will admit, even though I'm super excited for the future of DC, it doesn't help the cause that there is a new regime and there's a whole new DC universe being set up in the next calendar year. I'm not a fan or go into the idea of like, well, I'm not going to watch it because it's not going to build anything. Well, why even see movies at all if that's the case? Because there's a bazillion movies that it's not going to have sequels or trilogies or spinoffs. You see a film to see a film. But again, I can understand the sentiment of some of that to a certain extent, but it didn't help the box office. The people just like, I don't care. I'll just wait to the new James Gunn, new Superman, new Batman, Wonder Woman, and Shazam. I'll watch that when they get that sorted out. So it didn't help the cause that people are just kind of in flux with where's the DC going.
Yeah. Well, guys, there you have it, man. Shazam is doing more than stumbling at the box office. It's crashing and burning, and Beerus is destroying it from existence.
It got struck by lightning.
Yeah.
It's Shazam to that box office.
Yeah, it's just awful. It's just awful. And so yeah, so we'll just have to see. But again, guys, if you're watching this via live on the replay, there's a link down to it in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure.